Thank you for listening and welcome to the celebration of the Value Toolkit. Every now and again, there is a seismic shift in how we all work together. The Value Toolkit stems from significant collaboration between industry and government, and it's all about driving change. 3 or nearly 4 years ago now, we were given a clear mandate: shift the decision-making culture in the sector from cost to value. A clear mandate? Yes. A simple one? Absolutely not. Changing the narrative from cost to value to, as Anne so eloquently phrases it, create an environment in which the word value rolls off the tongue more readily than cost isn't an overnight job. We couldn't fix the race to the bottom with a new report or policy. So we set out to capture the imagination of the sector and work together to take collective responsibility to find new technical solutions. I can remember the very first building webinar that we held nearly 3 years ago now. Sitting with Ron Lang, who was instrumental in developing the toolkit, and me saying to him, what on earth do we say to the hundreds of people that have signed up to attend this webinar? We're only just starting on this journey and we've got no technical solutions to offer them. And he said to me, they're coming because they want to see change. So we will show them what the future could look like and we'll explain the role we need each of them to play to get us there. And then we hope they join us. From that point on, collaboration became the foundation stone, and a solid foundation it has been. Without the collaboration of everyone here tonight, hundreds of other organisations, and the valuable support of government, we would not be where we are today. The power of diversity of thinking and a real commitment to make a difference has delivered the Value Toolkit. During the development and testing phases, people were invited to challenge suggestions and robustly debate. There have been so many different opinions over the last 4 years. And in my view, the Value Toolkit is so much richer because of that discussion. Together, we've developed the toolkit as a practical set of tools that help to shortcut that race to the bottom, creating a more sustainable built environment and a more sustainable model for our sector. The toolkit sets out a series of processes, tools, and guidance to support the industry's adoption of value-based decision-making. It helps clients to consider value at every decision point in an asset's life cycle. And it now includes a web app to capture the decision points and the evidence behind them, so that we have a clear thread of decision-making at every handover point. This digital footprint is critical to our ability to measure, monitor, and continuously improve outcomes. We have to learn from the decisions we make on today's schemes to deliver better schemes tomorrow. A training component will include a 2-day facilitator training course, e-learning for the supply chain on how to respond if a client is asking you to use the Value Toolkit, and e-learning for commercial teams looking to understand value-based decision-making. This will all be supported by overarching guidance, including an overview document and detailed handbooks. The UK faces significant economic challenges. Clients and their industry partners will have to balance short-term needs with long-term impacts. The toolkit will underpin these decisions, optimising value while always acknowledging constraints, providing clients and industry with a more consistent approach to communicating, measuring, and evaluating value within projects and programmes. We've moved in the last 4 years from ambition to concept to a technical solution and now a fully viable model. Adoption at scale will undoubtedly reshape our sector for the better. The toolkit is for policymakers, clients, and industry. It is for everybody in this room. Our at-scale pilot has shown that both the public and private sector can apply these tools to great effect. Today, we stand proud of what has been achieved, which includes the launch tonight of a new standard to enable a consistent approach to value-based decision-making in the management of built environment investments. This BSI Flex standard is now published for consultation and will ensure the overarching principles of the Value Toolkit are set in stone and accessible to all. We have reached a key milestone on this project. As we conclude the technical development and launch the consultation of the BSI Flex standard, we are lucky to do so in an incredibly positive and supportive policy environment. As the Strategy Board told me last week, the markers are in place for a once-in-a-generation shift to value. But as the saying goes, innovation is easy, implementation is hard. We have built a pathway for the sector to change. Our ambition is for widespread adoption, driven by government, enabled by industry. And now is the time for clients to demand a shift towards value-based decision-making, and for the industry to step up and deliver it with them. We will finally close the gap between policy ambition and practice if we do this. And as I look out tonight, I am reassured to see that we don't have an audience of observers, but people who are actively driving change in the sector, who I know will take this mantle forward. As we celebrate what has been achieved, rest assured that we are working in close partnership with the IPA, BEIS, and the sector institutions to secure the lasting legacy for the toolkit that I know you all want to see. All that's left for me to say now is a huge thank you to you all for all that you've done and all that I know you will do to enable value-based decision-making. Thank you.